Hey, Matt with May West here. We're here with Ryan. If you've ever ridden on a zero-turn mower, you know it can be a bit of a bumpy ride. So we're going to install a ride tamer system on here, and Ryan will give us his opinion of what he thinks about it. These are all the parts you're going to get with your ride tamer, and we're going to assemble them. You get an outer dampener, an inner dampener, your trailing arms, and the body of the ride tamer itself, and then your hardware bushings, UHMW bushings. So when you order this for your lawnmower, you're going to get basically 4 of these. There's 1 on each side of the tire, so 4 total. So the first thing we're going to do is take the body of the ride tamer, and we're going to assemble the dampeners into that, and then we're going to put the door on over that, and then this will attach to the trailing arm when we put it on the mower. All right, when assembling this, these dampeners has a large hole and a small hole in it. You want to use a larger hole because the bolt fits through there a lot easier and makes assembly a lot easier. So you align the big dampener and the small dampener, you align the big holes in there. And that allows you to slide that bolt through there a lot easier. We're just putting 1 Allen bolt through here, and that lines up these dampeners. We put this set screw in there, and that is what will hold it all together. And run that down to the, draws that in. And then we'll put the door on. 3 of these Allen screws. There's 2 long ones and 6 short ones in the kit. The long ones go through the dampeners and the short ones go on the doors. So this bolt will go through the yoke on your mower, through the trailing arm. You have a UHMW washer in there, the bushing, and then there will essentially be another one on there. And then this slides together like this. The yoke will be in between here, and you put your lock nut on there. This is your ride height adjustment for the front end. That will screw into there. Then this is ready to assemble onto the lawnmower. All right, once you get the ride tamers assembled, jack your mower up. You can take the tire off. Then we're going to attach the dampeners to the yoke. So, put your bolt through one of your UHMW bushings and the actual metal bushing in there. And then the trailing arm will slide on there. You need another UHMW bushing. That goes on there. And then your lock nut. Then you'll snug that all up. Certain John Deere mowers are going to have a wider front tire on them. So there will be extra bushings in there to put in here to space this out to allow for more room for the wider tire. Because this ride height set screw, if it's not pushed out, will make contact with the wider front tire. Next step is we put the tire back on. So then we're going to put one of these UHMW washers in between here, and we're setting this one up to run on the center hole. There's no torque specs, you just want to tighten these up so everything's good and snug. As I said, these are basically your ride height adjustments. So depending upon how high you want the front end of your mower to ride is where you'll set that. And that's all assembled.
along here with this ride tamer from what it was before, it's actually quite incredible. I mean, this is just an old farmyard that we got here. It's not like we're irrigating this. It's not like we're grooming it and all that everything. It's just kind of rough cut grass. And you get the close-up shots here of this ride tamer. You can see that trailing arm doing its job, bouncing up and down. It takes a lot of that slap out. You can't clear out a giant hole by adding these, but your overall just bouncing little bumps everywhere all basically get eliminated with this, which makes it a really cool tool to have. It really saves on your back, bounce around on the seat here, even to your knees. Your knees aren't taking a lot of the abuse with your feet up front, the front side of the mower here. But this, man, what a difference does this thing make. I'm not bouncing around near as much as I was before, which really makes this kind of nice. If you got a lot of acres to mow, or doing a lot of like kind of commercial mowing, this can really save on some operator fatigue going around where you're doing this every day all summer long. Boy, does this make a difference.
Down here at National Farm Machinery Show, in our booth today we have Stanley the Dirt Monkey.
Thanks for having me.
As well as we have John Lance, and John has got the know-how behind our ride tamer.
So John, you're the inventor of this, right?
Yes,
okay. Why? Why did you invent this?
Original reason was for frame failure on a Bobcat mower. My neighbor was a landscaper, kept breaking the frames.
So he would snap the frame
Snap the frame back by the rear wheels because it was from the frame twist.
Okay.
And he come to me to fix those frames. And I finally told him, he said, the only way you're going to stop this is put springs on them. And he went for 2 weeks, tried to find a set. There wasn't anything in the industry. He said, come back to me, he says, make me a set.
Okay.
So I started experimenting in trying to design a unit.
Okay.
That's how I got started.
And you came up with this.
Right.
What did you do?
Well, I originally designed a torsion axle, trying to do it, and I'd use springs, coil springs, leaf springs. They all had a bounce effect to them.
Okay.
You couldn't get stabilization.
Right.
Your whole objective is to make the mower run smooth and eliminate twist on the mower and things like that, and keep all your wheels on the ground.
Okay.
So, my objective was that, and as soon as I put them on and tried them, I understood how much rider.
Okay, so you got it to work, but tell me about the testing. How do we know that although this works great in the interim, how long is this going to work long term for a guy? Is this a short term solution or a long term?
This is long term. I have these on 3 or 4 different units, the same set on 3,000 hour machines on 3 different mowers, and they're still running.
Okay.
So they're proven for the big heavy commercial guys, for agriculture. I also have my testing fields. I run them over concrete curbs. I run them over into posts around the field, like a horse field with posts.
So now this is a plug and play removal system, right?
Yes.
So this isn't something that you can just slide something in. You actually start from this point to this point and completely remove everything, which makes this universal?
Yeah, universal.
Okay,
so it's almost any brand,
any model.
Right. Well, there's a few we don't fit, but we're fixing on the next production, so we fit almost every model in the industry.
Okay.
And it's just a replacement part that goes inside the unit for the rubber torsion.
So this is the heart and soul of this unit.
That's a smaller version of it, but it's so you can actually squeeze it.
Okay, so this is the cushion.
Right.
But what about when it gets to this point? Are you experiencing failure right here?
No. This unit does 1 million cycles without any distortion on full collapse.
Okay, so 1 million cycles means nothing to me.
That's like wearing out 1 mower or 2 mowers on that.
You're wearing out 1 or 2 mowers, and you've actually done the testing to verify that you can wear that many out.
We have a machine run like this that travels full travel, and we run it, and we're up to 5,000 some hours on it.
Okay.
No destruction. And this unit was designed from the manufacturer to run a million cycles with no distortion, and about 17 million before it actually
Does
failed.
this improve cut quality, rider life, the life for the operator? Is the operator coming back less fatigued? Tell me about that. Why, you know, there's got to be more to this.
Cut quality is one of the key things I went after.
Cut quality was,
Yeah.
okay.
A lot of the ones that have suspension, they lose their cut quality because they're humping up and down. I went in, so we control from the pivot point, the suspension back to where the wheel mounts. So I'm getting much better control where I can do it. If I pivot it up here or up here and got a long arm, I don't have as much control over how much over deflection and things that I get. So I can control that mower to where when the wheel goes down, the mower doesn't move. The wheels just do like this, and the mower stays steady.
Is there anybody else doing this?
No, not this. There's people trying to do ones that have the long arms and stuff, but they don't have any down travel. And it doesn't, because your yard, 80% of your things in your yard is holes, wheel tracks, things like that. There's very little up travel, like a tree road or something like that. So the majority of your work, when you put a GoPro camera on it, all you see is them going down for the most part on an average yard. You don't see a lot of up travel.
So it's chattering. So the front wheels will then do the crazy wheel?
Still does the crazy wheel.
Okay, but this one won't because it's giving down pressure and up pressure, so it's controlling the ride while you're driving. So it keeps a consistent deck height.
If I go to twist or whatever, they just average out and keep my mowers steady.
Cool. All right.
And it's super on ride comfort. I mean,
and what is this called?
This is called the Ride Tamer.
The Ride Tamer. There you go.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. For more information, check out your local May West dealer. Go to our website at maywest.com or give us a call, 1-800-788-6483.